Thanks for joining me today. So go ahead and find a comfortable seated position to get started with. Just anchoring down into the sitting bones. Stack the spine up one by one. Pull the shoulders up towards the ears, down the back, reach up to the crown of your head. And you can let the eyes close or take the gaze softly off the tip of your nose. With the next inhale, gently start to deepen the breath. Fill in the belly, rib cage up to the collarbones. And exhale, collarbones, rib cage, and the belly. And inhale, filling from the bottom all the way up to the top. Exhale from the top all the way down to the bottom. Continue with this rhythm, making each breath a little longer, a little fuller than the one before. Just notice whatever's coming up, places in your body that are talking to you, anything going on in the mind. Notice it, acknowledge it, and bring the focus back to the breath. Another round or two. On the top of the next inhale, fill completely and hold it for a moment. And exhale it all out. Use the belly, press out that last bit of air. Let the breath come back to a natural rhythm in and out through the nose. You can come back to the breath at any point during your practice today. Just find your level of effort and ease. The next exhale, drop the chin to the chest. Inhale, roll the right ear over towards the right shoulder and pause. Find some length in the side of the neck. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. Exhale, chin to center. Inhale, right ear to right shoulder. Continue circling the head and neck all the way around. Drawing some nice big circles with the nose. If there's any of those sticky spots, you can stop and work back and forth across it a little bit. And bring it up to center. Just roll out the shoulders. Really nice and slow. So really squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. Then pull the shoulder blades behind you. And then drop them down towards the floor. Again, really pull it up, squeeze it back, and drop it down. A couple more of those. Yeah, just noticing any sticky spots, any points of resistance. Good. And take the palms together, fingers spread. Interlace the fingers and start to roll the wrists out. So drawing a figure 8 type shape with the knuckles. Be nice and slow. Be speeded up as things get a little more warmed up. And then pause and start to roll it the other direction. Start to wake up the brain a little bit as well. Good. Bring it to center. As you inhale, spread the elbows out wide. Sit up nice and tall. Then exhale, press the palms forward, round the spine, drop the chin. Take a breath here, really pressing into the back body, stretching the palms of the hands. Next inhale, sweep the palms up to the sky. Sit up nice and tall. Pause here. So let the shoulders be nice and heavy so elbows can be nice and bent as much as you need to allow this movement to happen. Next exhale, pull it up and over to the right, side stretch. Inhale to center, and exhale up and over to the left. Inhale up to center. As you exhale, release the hands and roll the wrists all the way back down to your sides. Good. Next inhale, sweep the arms up. And then exhale, twist to the right. So that right hand comes to the floor behind you, left hand comes across. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, deepening the twist any amount. So starting gently, using mostly the breath to kind of work this twist, maybe a little bit of leverage with the front hand. Inhale, center, and exhale, twist to the other side. So left hand behind you, right hand comes across. On the inhale, sitting up nice and tall, and the exhale is deepening the twist any amount. Bring it to center, hands to the legs. As you inhale, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest, lift the gaze. And exhale, round the spine, drop the chin, allow the shoulders to roll in. Again, inhale, pull the belly and chest forward, lift the gaze. And exhale to curl it back. A couple more rounds of breath with this cat-cow shape. You can start to bring the arms into it, so reaching them way forward on the exhale and really opening up wide on the inhale. I think it'd be nice and fluid. Just warming up the whole length of the spine. Good. And then take a breath in to sit up tall. And exhale to hinge forward, Indian mount. So keeping the spine nice and long, walking the hands out. You can always uncross the legs, spread them wherever's comfortable for you to fold forward. Make sure there's space for you to get there. And a little side to side movement. Say hi to the hips and the low back. And then bring it up. Plant the feet out wide in front of you, hands behind you. Just windshield wiper the knees a little side to side. Let the hips be nice and heavy. And just move it nice and slow. Noticing what's going on with the hips. As the femurs are moving around in the hip sockets. And maybe each time you go to the side, you can get a little further. And then bring it up to center. Good. Bring the legs together, hands behind the thighs. Scoop the belly and lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Good. So you can stay working here, just squeezing the legs together. Find that activation in the core. Or maybe floating the feet up. Find some balance in boat pose. So since we're just starting to warm up the core, find whatever level feels appropriate. So maybe you release the hands. Maybe extend the legs, reaching to the heels or the toes. As long as you can keep the low back nice and strong and pain-free. Another breath here. And then release it down. Take the feet wide. Pull yourself forward or lean back. Windshield wiper the knees again. Good. And coming back to boat pose again. So this time we'll keep the feet planted. You can either have some space. You can put something in between there if you want to squeeze, or draw the legs all the way together. I like to plant my heel, but you could plant the full sole of the feet. Good. So extend both arms out. So in this version, we'll add effort by tilting the torso back. So adjust as necessary. As you exhale, bend the right elbow, draw it back like you're pulling a bow, twisting the chest to the right. Inhale brings you to center. Exhale, pull the left elbow back, twist to the left. Inhale to center and keep going with this movement, nice and slow and controlled. And see if you can keep your knees and hips stationary, moving from the waist up. So you might see the knees kind of cycling, and see if you can keep them like they're pressing up against something nice and parallel like that, or whatever it is. So again, just finding your level of effort and ease. Shoulders are nice and heavy, starting to move in the upper back. Once more to either side. And then bring it up. And just move it around, shake it out. Whatever feels good for that. And then from here, we're going to be moving up into a forward fold. So however you want to get there. If you want to play with some momentum, you can roll onto your back like a little ball. Start to build some momentum. And as you're ready, you can really reach forward, come all the way to your feet. Or however you get your feet on the ground, your ass in the air. Find that forward fold, feet comfortable distance apart, soft knees. Hands can grab opposite elbows, you sway a little side to side. Nod the head yes, shake the head no. Next exhale, release the hands towards the floor. As you inhale, tuck the tail, roll yourself all the way up, bring the head up last. Good. Adjust the layers if you're getting warm. And get some blood back into the brain. Good. Finding your mountain pose at the front of your mat. Planting into the feet, reaching up to the crown of the head. The next inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, stand up tall. Exhale, hinge forward, fold, lead with the chest. Inhale, hands to the legs, flat back, lift the gaze. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll yourself all the way up or sweep up with a long spine, your choice. Exhale, hands to your heart by your sides. Again, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale it all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart by your sides. Once more like this. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart by your sides. Good. Pausing there. So, stepping the feet together or keeping them hip width. Actually, we'll keep them hip width for this. So, you inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, find chair pose. Weights towards the heels, knees tracking over the toes. That's like tuck to the tail, keep your low back nice and strong and pain-free. Scooping the belly in like we were in, so this is a lot like your boat pose, except we're in a slightly different orientation to gravity here. Good, so from here, shift the weight into the left foot, driving the right knee up in the amount. So maybe toes stay to the ground. Maybe you float the knee all the way up hip height. Pause here and find your balance. Good. So heavy into that right hip, maybe dropping it, dialing it down a bit. And from here, we're taking a step back, finding high lunge. Find your feet onto train tracks, adjusting all of those things. Front knee stacks over the ankle. Inhale the arms up. Good. Pausing here. As you exhale, circle that right arm forward, left arm back, twist to the left. So reaching through the fingertips, reaching up to the crown of the head. You can stay here with the long arms, or maybe find contact with the front leg. Back hand can come to the low back, maybe reach up. Hands can come together at heart center for a prayer twist. But just starting gently with this first one, keeping lifted in the right hip as you reach through the back heel. Next inhale, bring it up to center. And exhale, open up into warrior two. Squaring off towards the long edge of your mat, maybe adjusting your feet. And straighten and bend the front knee a couple times to settle in. Stacking knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. Extend the arms over the legs. Good. As you exhale, take that back hand forward to meet the front. And then draw it back. You're pulling that bow open. Good. So you inhale, reverse those arms, so still drawing back with the right elbow as you reach the left fingertips up to the sky, maybe sinking a bit deeper into the hips. Good, and then here, straighten the front leg, bring the torso up, setting up for triangle pose, maybe walk the back foot in. So start to shift the hips back, reach the torso forward. You can shift it a couple times, get things warmed up. When I won't go any further, that bottom hand releases down to the leg, maybe a block or the floor. Top hand can stay to the hip or reach up to the sky. So connecting into both big toes here, slight drawing up of the kneecaps. So the knees are still slightly soft. Nice and long in both sides of the torso. Next inhale, bring the torso up to center. Good. Spin the toes to the long edge of the mat. Bend into your right knee for Skandasana, side lunge. And your choice, you can take hands to the thighs, stay up here nice and tall, maybe drop the fingertips to the floor. Left toes can stay planted or roll to the sky. You could be sinking all the way down, it could be way up here. Whatever works for you. Use an inhale to shift up across center, and exhale, bend into the left knee. Finding Skandasana, other side. Two sides can be very different, still getting warmed up. So find the appropriate shape for you. Good, so from here, spinning all the toes towards the short edge of the mat, find that high lunge. So right hand can come all the way to the mat or the front leg, and left arm reaches up to the sky, finding another twist to the left. Good, keeping that left hip tucking underneath you. And then top hand finds the floor, taking a big step forward. Flip that back leg up, find a standing split. So the hands can come to a chair or a windowsill in front of you, reaching through the back heel. Inner thigh spins up. You can reach through the toes. And then exhale that back foot all the way forward to meet its friend, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, everything heavy. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, lift up to chair. Exhale, press through the heels to come up to stand. Hands to your heart and by your sides. Inhale, dropping into chair. And then pausing here. So here, shifting the weight into the right foot. As you exhale, drive through the heel as you drive the left knee up. Again, finding your balance here, squeezing into center. Pause for a moment and soften the standing knee, big step back to your high lunge. Good, feet on train tracks, front knee over the front ankle. Back knee can be bent or straight. And inhale, both arms up. As you exhale, left arm forward, right arm back, twist to the right. Pause here, connecting into the front heel, reaching up through the crown of the head. And then stay here or reach forward, making contact with the front leg, back hand to low back, or reaching up to the sky. Maybe a prayer twist with hands at heart center, staying lifted in the left hip. Another breath here. Inhale, center. And exhale, warrior two, squaring off to that long edge. Adjusting your feet, maybe straighten and bend the knee a couple of times on this side. Stack knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. And extend the arms long. Good. So, flip the thumbs to the sky. Back hand comes to meet the front palm. As you exhale, draw your bow back. Left elbows bent, right fingertips pointing forward. And as you inhale, reverse that. So fingertips, you're shooting your arrow right up to the sky, connecting into the bottom, into the front heel. And shoulders nice and heavy away from the ears. Good. As you inhale, straighten the front leg, release the arms, and set up for triangle. Maybe walking the back foot in, shifting the hips back and forward a couple times. Before the hips shift back, torso reaches forward, releasing the bottom arm down to make contact with leg, blocks, or mat. And then top arm can stay to the hip or reach up. So imagine you're between two panes of glass here. Legs are still active like you're squeezing a giant beach ball in between there. Next inhale brings the torso up, spins the toes to the long edge. And exhale, bend into the left knee for Skandasana. Maybe it's our second time here. You can drop a little bit lower or find a little different shape. Depends on how you're built. And inhale it up across center and exhale into the right knee. And again, feel free to adjust the feet. Then from here, spinning all the toes towards the short edge of the mat. Left hand down, right arm comes up, twisting to the right. Again, that bottom hand can make contact with the leg instead. And exhale, top hand down, shift into your front foot, back foot floats up for standing split. Good. So reaching long through that back leg. Inner thigh spins towards the sky. And then exhale, step it all the way forward, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, drop the hips, find your chair. Exhale, press through the heels to come up, hands to heart. And by your sides, pause here. Lovely. So we'll add on a little bit to this. As you inhale, drop into chair. Exhale, shift into the left foot, drive the right knee up. Good. Take a breath in to sit up tall. Reach that right arm up. And exhale, reach the right arm behind you, twisting to the right. So knee and hips are staying pointing forward. The left hand comes across. And then from here, we're going to unwind all the way to center, big step back. And then take your twist in high lunge twist to the left. Whatever shape that looks like. Good. Inhale it up and across, and exhale to your warrior two. Inhale, palm meets palm. Exhale, draw your bow open. Inhale to reverse. Exhale, straighten the front leg and head towards triangle. Taking a breath or two to get there, pausing here. Next, inhale, draw yourself up, spin the feet. Exhale, drop into your right knee, Skandasana. Inhale across center. Exhale to the left. As you inhale, spin the toes, plant the right hand, open up, twisting to the left. And exhale, step forward, flip the back leg, standing split. Pause here for a breath. And use an exhale to draw that knee towards the chest as you bring the torso up, come up to that standing pose. And exhale, twist again to the right, maybe extending that top leg. And exhale, release it back to standing. Take a breath. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, shift into the right foot, drive the left knee up. As you exhale, twist open into towards the left. Words are hard. Good. From here, circle that top arm forward, front leg steps all the way back. High lunge, twist to the right. Pause here for a breath. Find that shape. Inhale, up one, unwind to center, and exhale to your warrior two. Inhale, back palm meets the front, and exhale to draw your bow open. Inhale, reverse the arms. Exhale, straighten the front leg, reach into triangle. Pause here for a breath, making those adjustments. Then inhale the torso up, spin the toes. Exhale into the left knee, Skandasana. Inhale up across center. Exhale into the right knee, Skandasana, the other side. As you inhale, spin the toes forward, plant the left hand. Unfurl, twisting to the right. And exhale, shifting forward, half split. Pause here for a breath. Then use an exhale to drive the left knee up towards the chest as you bring the torso up. You're going to twist it open to the left. Maybe this time extending the top leg as well. And circle it back to standing. Take breath in through the nose, let it out through the mouth, and let all that go. From here, we'll be moving down to the floor. So, however you want to make that happen, whichever poses you want to pass through to get there, you can follow me or do your own thing. As you inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. And exhale, plant the hands, walk the feet back, and come all the way onto your seat, legs extended out in front of you. Good. So moving the leg away from the sit bones, point and flex the feet a couple times. And then take both hands behind you, fingertips pointing towards the hips or out. That's more comfortable. And as you inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest. Legs are active here, so pulling the toes towards the nose. Backs of the legs press into the ground. And inhale, torso up. And exhale, fold forward any amount. Feel free to make some space with the legs. Hands fall wherever they connect with the legs. And the shoulders relaxed away from the ears. Inhale it up, and as you exhale, we'll move all the way down to the floor. So you can lower yourself bone by bone, find a little bit of effort. And when you get there, hug the knees into the chest, a little side to side movement. And plant the right foot down, the left ankle crosses over right knee. Find that figure four shape, pausing here. This is a great place to stay. Or you can draw the left leg in towards you, reaching through. Side to side movement for some release. Or just hanging out and breathing. And releasing on an exhale. Take the arms out to a T. We'll find a twist to the right. So maybe cross the top leg over the bottom and drop the knees over. You could have the legs stacked or one leg straight. of whatever version serves you best. Letting the left shoulder be nice and heavy wherever you are. Letting gravity and the breath do the work for you. Next inhale brings you up to center. Unwind, shimmy it out. And left foot plants, right ankle stacks over left knee. And pause here with your figure four. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Two sides can be very different, so feel free to find a different shape. Another breath here. And releasing on an exhale, taking the arms wide, and finding your twist to the right or to the left, whichever side you didn't do before. And again, it could be a different shape than the other side. Whatever you need here. Use an inhale to bring yourself to center. And exhale the knees into the chest one more time. So if you need any last movements or adjustments, circling the knees, some happy baby or bridge, just take a moment before finding yourself to Shavasana, our final resting pose. Letting the limbs fall away from the body, sweep the shoulders away from the ears. Let the eyes softly close. So just bring the focus back to the breath. Breathing in, breathing out, and just taking another moment here. It's your practice. You can stay here as long as you like. Otherwise, slowly start to deepen the breath. Find some movement in the fingers and toes, hands and feet. Extend the arms overhead for a long full body stretch. And bend the knees, roll to your favorite side. And then come to a comfortable seated position. Anchoring into the sitting bones, reaching up through the crown of the head. Now both hands, palms down on the legs or even the floor for grounding, or palms up for sharing and receiving. Together we'll take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Invite you to bring the hands together in front of the heart. May your words, thoughts, and actions support the health, happiness, and freedom of all beings. Thank you for your presence and your practice. Enjoy the rest of your day.